Well, today we're going to have a look at a couple of more Mego Star Trek figures. These were pretty hard to get hold of, but then suddenly they appeared on Toy Master's website. So ordered them. I think they were $14.99 each or something like that. And it's two figures from Star Trek Next Generation. So you get the Captain Picard packaging with the original series Star Trek logos. Bit of these Star Trek boxes are a bit bland and generic. So you've got in the background the seal of the Federation, and this figure is Locutus of Borg. So it's Captain Picard when he was taken by the Borg and turned into Locutus. I don't know why he didn't get a full Borg treatment. The Borg were a collective race, but they wanted to give humanity a point of reference. I don't know why they needed to, so there he is. Here's Leotard. So it looks like quite a good figure. Usual Mego stuff on the back. So let's have a look. Sculptors Andy Covell, seamstress Rachel Baker, freelance, I don't know what Jason Young did. Unless it was freelance sculptors, but that's a bit misleading the way they've done that. And then the other figure is fan favourite Q, who's a great character. This looks like a really good sculpt, and this is Q in his judge's uniform from the original Next Generation pilot Encounter at Farpoint, which is probably his least interesting sort of guise that he ever wore. But they did figures of it. Galoob did some. Yeah, it's a strange choice, but it looks like a really nicely made, nicely put together figure. So what we're going to do is pop them out and have a look. And on the back of this we've got a nice painting of Q, the wonderful John Delancey. Usual sort of blurb. So this one, sculptor is listed separately. Consultant Dr. Mego, good old Dr. Mego. I wonder if he's a real doctor. So usual sort of Star Trek packaging, which do the job, but not very interesting. So let's get these out and we'll have a look. Okay, so they're out of the packaging. Weirdly, I don't understand this. So this is the Q figure, and the background is looks like a Borg style cube or something. I don't know what it's meant to be. It could be like a version of the LCAR stuff, the computer stuff, because there is a weird Federation bag, but it looks like more like a Borg cube background to me. Whereas that would be ideal for Locutus. The Locutus card, just bland, the background, the United Federation of Planets. Don't know why they're like that. So let's have a look at figures. Let's have a look at Locutus first. So again, lovely sculpt of Patrick Stewart. Quite a good likeness. Bald head. All of this is moulded on. I thought at first they might have just used the Picard head and stuck something on, but it's actually a completely new moulding by the look of it. He's got a pipe coming out, going down to his arm, with an O-ring holding it on. Be interesting to see whether we can get the uniform off of this one. He's got a load of O-rings. So the Borg detail is literally just a load of O-rings. So if you're looking to fix Mego 3 3/4 figures, just get one of these, be fine. Looks like the sort of standard superhero boot that they're doing at the moment in soft rubber. Yeah, looks good. Good basic uniform on this one, but nicely done. I do have one of the old Product Enterprise. I'll see if I can find out a cards one, the old board figures, and we'll have a look. So Q looks to be by far the more detailed figure. So great sculpt of John Delancey. I wish we'd have got just a normal Q in a Starfleet uniform. All of this hat, sort of back piece on the head, is all sculpted on, so you couldn't really do a lot with it. You get a sort of necklace. He had a cable tie holding him in, so I think it was because of the necklace. Don't know what, is he wearing a scarf? I think he's wearing a scarf. Looks like he might have a red body. That'll be interesting to see. Standard Star Trek legs with the moulded on boots, but it looks really nicely done. So let's let's get these out of the uniforms and see what the construction's like. So this was the Borg figure I had. I got this a long time ago. I thought it was... Oh, it's Diamond Select. Product Enterprises, a UK company. And they did a Captain Picard, which I haven't got, which looked really nice. And a Borg. And they did it on a more classic style. I do prefer this style of packaging. I wish Mego would have gone with this for their new figures. But you can see that the Borg, much more detailing on the suit than you get on Locutus. Really nicely done. But enough about him. Let's have a look at... I've also found out my original Picard. Let's have a look at the heads. Is it the same sculpt? I think the flesh colour on the Locutus is much better. I think it's actually a different... slightly different sculpt by the look of it. Yeah, I prefer the Locutus one. I think it's slightly thinner and a better flesh tone. Although weirdly, he has got brown hair here and grey hair here. Okay, let's get him out of uniform. You can see that the tube just pulls out of the head, but it's just tucked into the O-ring. You see, it's just stuck into it. I suppose it works. Okay, so feels like the Picard body is actually made of a slightly better plastic than the normal new Megos. It's still quite soft, but nowhere near as soft, so consequently the arms work better. He gets one black glove, giving him a very sort of, I don't know, Michael Jackson sort of look. Standard body, where the black is touching, it's obviously leaching onto the plastic. I wish there was something they could do about this, and obviously where the O-rings were, it's really stained it. But a really nicely constructed body. So you get his tube, and then you get one O-ring holding the tube on, and then the other arm, it literally is just O-rings. Which is bizarre because you don't notice when it's in the packet, but yeah, it's just O-rings. It's clever enough. Soft rubber superhero boots. I love these new plastic they're using on these. Great stuff. So cheap to get hold of as well. And the rest of his outfit is just a leotard. Again, really well made. And it's just got sort of a faux leather patch on sewn on, faux leather patch on the arms. And it's just a standard sort of leotard. So not that interesting an outfit for Locutus, but it does do the job. Well, Q doesn't look quite so regal out of his uniform. So he's got standard black Federation leg bottoms, but then red thighs, flesh body, and red arms. Not sure why they didn't just do it all in red. Is the red more expensive? So because it's in red, it looks to be made out of slightly stiffer plastic, which is good, but the body is the soft stuff, so the arms sort of do dig in again. He's got quite a long face when you take the uniform off. Presumably a lot of hair, but great likeness, really good. Uniform wise, you get his judge's sort of jewel necklace, presumably a badge of honor or something. That's a one piece, quite nice. And then he gets a one piece sort of tunic gown. It's got really nice details, so it's got buttons, it's got a sort of scarf that's attached front and back, and then there's like an embedded big button at the top, velcro on the back, sewn on the back, nicely trimmed, sleeves are trimmed, a little bit messy inside, but you don't see him when he's wearing it. So all in all, a really nicely styled uniform. So all in all, two great additions to the Star Trek line. The Star Trek line is just getting really good at the moment. Like I say, don't seem to be appearing in places like B&M and budget stores, but you can order them online from the Entertainer. Not the Entertainer, the Toy Master, sorry. The Entertainer doesn't do an online thing, which is really annoying. Yeah, Toy Master, which is a sort of a range of British toy shops. I think postage was free on these, but yeah, really nice releases. I'm going to keep an eye on the Star Trek range. I know there's a new sculpted Kirk coming out, which I really would like to get hold of. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see more Megos, let me know. I've got a shed load of the things, old and new. And if you want to see any particular figures, shout it out and I'll see if I've got them. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can. It does help the channel. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks then. Bye.